Hey, half a head. Right, this is me and Amber. We're here because we want to be internet famous. No. We're here. We hate being videoed, but we've got some worthwhile messages this year. So here we are anyway. Amber's just been telling me, well, first of all, tell me how did we meet? You remember?
So we met at yoga beginning of the year. It was still kind of winterish.
Yeah, Dave's
February,
Cafe.
March, Dave's Cafe.
And how did you hear about the practice? You just heard about yoga and thought you'd come along?
I stumbled across it somehow, I think, being on the Staves Cafe page. I saw the Staves yoga group, and I'd been looking for a local yoga practice for
And what was
a
going
while.
on in your life while you needed yoga?
I'd been off work up at that point several months.
Yeah.
Reached a point where my migraines had become chronic and I was literally ill 100% of the time. So I was physically and mentally unable to work anymore.
Yeah, like literally couldn't get out of bed, right? Yeah. Debilitating migraines.
Very debilitating and disabling.
And so I guess you came to yoga with expectations of generally relaxing, or what was it? What was it about yoga?
Breathing. Because I was so ill, there was very little other exercise I could do. I was used to being really active before that.
I can't do proper exercise, I'll do yoga. That's why a lot of people do yoga. I love it. Yeah. And then, so what did you get out of that first class, you remember? What was your first impression, I guess?
I really enjoyed meeting you.
You rehearsed that bit.
Yeah. I really liked the feel of the class and the environment and the way you get us to think, to take the breath at the beginning and really think about how we're feeling. And often you'll remind us to think about how we're feeling at the end, and I regularly feel more energised.
So it's like an intent that we work with in the practice, so it's nice to be reminded of the intent and just finding out where our struggles are. But so then we did that for a little while, and then you came up for, I think I did like a hands-on assist in class. You sent me a message saying, what is that voodoo you did?
It was when you'd asked me how I was at the beginning of the class, and I was like, yeah, I'm alright, like I always do. And then I was like, actually no, I'm actually in quite a lot of pain. I've been suffering really terrible migraines, and I have a lot of tension kind of building up here. And then at the end of the class you came and worked your magic. And it released something, because I come up to you and said that it made me feel like crying. It was like some kind of release. And I knew then that was something special, but also I felt like that was what my body needed. My body was telling me that I needed more of that. And
Amber's got like an amazing body wisdom. Like there's not many people who can tune in so quickly. And we've done a couple of kind of massage treatments, but I've also given Amber like breath work to do. And like it's the breath work I wanted to make this video about, because she told me at the yoga class the other day, like she was like, I've been doing the breath work, and I can get it now to the point where I feel like I've had a massage, like a 90-minute massage. I was like, what? That's amazing, right? Like, so yeah, talk us about like what's the breath practice you're doing?
So after I'd burnt my neck, you'd mentioned to do the breathing into my neck. So I'd gone home to help heal it. So I'd gone home to practice that kind of healing, and I thought, right, while I'm at it, I'll start doing the back work that you've often been reminding me about, but perhaps taken me a little while to get into it. And also focusing on a couple of other areas where I felt like little energy blocks.
So just breathing into those spaces.
Breathing into those spaces. Just a few minutes at a time. I haven't been timing it. I know you've suggested 3 minutes twice a day, and I've just been doing bits and bobs and building on it.
But pretty short, but regular, like every day.
But regular, and then as I've been breathing into my neck and my back and elsewhere, I've found myself doing it longer and getting deeper into it and feeling more and experiencing the same experience that I have when I come here. So that's then built on it quite a bit. Yeah,
which got me so excited. Like, if it's one thing getting soothed by, like, often we give our power away. Like, you give our power to a doctor or a yoga teacher, like you asking them to calm you down or whatever. But it's another thing where you can self-soothe, or you have a skill set where you can, get yourself from A to B. So that was amazing for me to hear. And I've told Amma to spread the word and get that. She should be teaching this stuff. She's worried that she doesn't have the qualifications or the certificates. For me, it's more important that she's had that experience and she'd be able to take someone from where she was with the chronic migraines and stuff and just say, look, I'm not qualified, but this is what worked for me. Give it a try, right? So yeah, I was just making this little video, and I think we did good. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? Like, so how many days have you been doing the breath work? So just people have like specifics in mind. Just a couple of minutes of breath work.
Just a couple of minutes a day.
Breathing, just focus breathing into that spot.
Yeah. I think I've been doing that for a good few weeks, couple of months now.
A couple of months, I think.
Just not putting any pressure on yourself, really, and just taking a little bit of time, kind of once or twice a day if you can, and building it on there when you feel ready.
Yeah, and I think the magic does happen, like just showing up for yourself, so that consistency. So even if it's just a few breaths, but trying to keep it going without putting pressure on yourself. So I'm going to make more videos like this, I think, because real world people, that's where the magic is. You've got the blue skies and the green behind us.
Love it.
Alrighty, so yeah, the idea when we talk about breathing into the spot, we're not physically breathing oxygen into our shoulders or our neck or whatever it is, but where we take our breath is where we take our focus and our energy and our chi. We're directing all of our attention, we're directing where our focus want to be, and then that's where the magic happens. But it takes practice, like anything, to get good at anything, whatever the skill is. We need to kind of keep doing it, but magic, great things happen when we commit to ourselves. Alrighty, yeah, I think we did it. High fives.
High five.
Check us out, Media Stars.